for conference play. 22-8 in the CIAA champions led by head coach Steve Joyner Jr. And on the men's side, head coach Steve Joyner Sr., the Hall of Famer, 11-17 on last season. Coach Joyner Jr., would you please give us an opening statement about the anticipation of the 2017-18 basketball season?
First of all, it's always a heck of an opportunity to be here at this point in time. Right now, our motto is to stay number one. After looking at the preseason rankings last night, we had a workout session this morning and decided that our goal right now is going to be to stay at number one, being that we were voted that way, and that's how we left out of the tournament. But we're expecting a lot. We're demanding a lot from each other. With Blair Thomas coming back, Monique Hall, Malia Rivers, who's also preseason on CIAA, Kendall Adams, who I think kind of slid up under the radar last year. We're expecting to basically do what we did this year and do a whole lot more.
Coach Joyner Sr., please.
I think we're focused on getting back on track. We were, no excuses, decimated by injury last year. We had two key injuries, both went to surgery, and Mike Goldman and Anthony Harper made it to the court. Both can play a stretch four position, so we suffered at that position last year. But more important, I think we as a group understand what it takes to get back to where we have been, where we would like to be, and we think that we're going to be led by probably one of the better backcourt combinations in the CIAA, that being Robert Davis and Christian Kirschman. Together, they form a very high caliber backcourt. So, getting back on track is what we're thinking about.
Well, speaking of Robert Kirschman and Christian Kirschman, Robert Davis, the last 8 games of Davis' season last year, you've been around for a while. Have you ever seen a guy play with a better intensity and shot selection? I mean, that 46-point game goes without saying up in Winston-Salem. But I just thought that he took it to another level. Is that what we can expect from him this season, or hopefully expect from him this season?
Robert Davis is certainly a quality basketball player, but he is a quality person. Nobody stays in the gym more than Robert Davis. Nobody looks for opportunities to abound himself to improve than Robert Davis. So I thought the last half of the season, knowing the lift that we needed, he tried to provide that. So that's leadership. So he provides leadership as well. I think he has had an influence on Kirschman. So together, I think they're going to be the catalyst of our team, and certainly how goes those two will certainly how goes those four.
In addition to his hard work on the court, 3.3 GPA.
Not bad at all. Just a quality person, very engaging. You ever have an opportunity, some of the fans, to talk to him, you certainly want to engage this young man.
Steve Joyner Jr., head women's basketball coach at Johnson C. Smith, won a CIAA championship as a player, now wins one as a head coach. What's that mean to you?
It means a lot to get back to a place to where I was basically raised. It means a lot to me, but to add to the Joyner legacy that everyone always speaks about definitely meant the most. My cousin Buck, who's at Hampton, who's been fortunate enough to win several MEAC championships up there, he was one of the first people that called Big Steve that I talked to right after the game to tell me, how proud he was of me and to just let me know that, hey, you deserve this, you've worked hard for it. But with saying that, it's just like ice cream. Once you taste it one time, you want some more.
That's it. Funny thing about that, that Monday after you won the championship on Saturday, I had Norfolk State and Hampton in the Battle of the Bay, an EU game, and the first thing in their office was hey, little Stevie did it. And he was talking about you and not talking about his game. And a great picture there, for those of you who don't know, that You know, these Joyners as the head coach and father duo, and then Buck Joyner, the Hampton coach, is being assisted by his dad, Buck Joyner Sr., who was a part of the championship legacy at Johnson C. Smith. So we always, that old joke we always say, when you say, hey, Coach Joyner, you got to be specific as who you're talking to, because the family business is really, really good right now. But having said that about that, and we've talked about the pressures of coaching and then carrying on the name, this team last year put pressure on people. I mean, you know, forced turnovers, got easy baskets. I was doing some notes. I think you were 7-0 when you were 80 points or better. Is that the same tempo that you'd like to play at this year?
We're actually going to try to play a little faster. We recruited to be faster, to be more versatile than what we were last year. I think that's what got us over the top, pretty much majority of the teams in the conference. When you start looking from the top to the bottom, everybody had a first five. But it was when you started getting those foul situations to where you had to go to that 9th, 10th, 11th man on your bench. I think we were definitely way deeper than majority of the team. So when we went out this summer, our goal was to get not even just the 12th, but try to get that 13th and 14th person to where we would feel comfortable coming off that bench. And that way, our first five could overexert themselves and go as hard as possible, knowing that they had someone to come back in behind them to sub in that would give that same effort and be along the same talent level.
Question from the floor. Coach Joyner Sr., 5-8 last year at Braid Boy. That's not acceptable, I understand. So talk about what has to happen to get the Braid Boy madness magic back.
Well, continuity, understanding of each other, and focus. We lost more ball games by 6 points or less. I can remember we were at the free throw line at Livingstone and missed 2 free throws, uncharacteristic. Winston-Salem was in our place and we were up and we turned the ball over. So knowing how to win those kinds of ball games comes with experience. I think we've gained that experience, but we're certainly going to have more continuity with each other, more understanding of what we're trying to do.
John Dale, Winston-Salem Journal.
Yes, Steve Sr. wanted to talk. The Southern Division is always so competitive, men's and women's really. What do you like best about those games there toward the end of the season? And I mean, it kind of what the CIAA is all about.
Clarity. Those games bring clarity in terms of the race going down the stretch. It's hard to see now. Preseason polls are very good and good indicators, but you start your season off, and when you get into those late January and February games, it brings clarity in terms of where you're going to be going into that tournament. So we hope to have good vision by that time, good focus, and know where we're trying to go.
When you define class and integrity, CIAA for life, all you got to do is look at this picture. And you guys wear it very well, and we thank you for all that you've given us in the CIAA as a father and son duo, as both coaches, and continue to make history. So thank you, and good luck to you both of your teams this year.
Thank you, brother.
The Joyners, head coach Steve Joyner Sr. and Steve Joyner Jr., Johnson C. Smith University. Thank you, gentlemen.